Hi there, it's Duquesa Dean from the Evolving Woman TV. On this show, I share tips, tools, and resources to help women transform their lives. I empower women to feel confident in their authentic selves so that they can embrace an invigorating life with purpose and ease. I'd love to read your comments, so be sure to drop how you feel about these bold conversations in the comment section below. Today, we're talking about how a client's life transformed as a result of identifying the root cause and then healing it. As a result of working with me, women are empowered to feel confident in their authentic selves. And by doing that, they embrace their invigorating lives, which are now filled with purpose and ease. The process of evolving requires us to believe that we deserve to be our authentic selves, to live true to our values and our beliefs. Who do we really want to be happy? Us or them? When I share this lesson in my group coaching programs, I get a little bit of resistance from participants, and that's okay. We have been programmed to serve and please others before we serve ourselves. This leads to burnout, regret, resentment. You know what I'm talking about. My coaching client, Tammy, resisted this lesson for a long time. She would often book a coaching session and spend most of that hour crying or sitting in despair as she shared how she was pulled in so many different directions. As a people pleaser and as someone who really wanted to be accepted as well as to belong, she would agree to every request that was asked of her. This resulted in her often feeling exhausted, not getting enough rest, being moody because she was really disgruntled about performing those tasks that she had agreed to. And she also felt disappointed in herself for saying yes yet again. As we discussed ways that she could begin to put herself first, Tammy struggled with feeling selfish for wanting quiet time. And she also felt guilty about complaining about the demand that was being placed on her. As we digged just a bit deeper, Tammy acknowledged that her need for acceptance stemmed from her childhood, when she was often ignored and neglected. She would be rewarded with attention only when she completed chores or did something that she was instructed to do. She was fearful of saying no to people because she didn't want them to abandon her. The thing is, unless you have amnesia, we cannot forget the past. What we can do is learn how to overcome past trauma and how to make better choices so that we can create a roadmap, a blueprint of our ideal life, and then execute that plan. At a moment when Tammy was absolutely depleted, she took a leap of faith and started to implement the tools she learned in our coaching sessions. She put her self care and replenishment first. She prioritized her need for self reflection and recalibration. She began to fuel herself first, which allowed her to serve with more gratitude and purpose. She also learned how to say yes to the requests that really interested her and to say no to those that didn't. The more she embraced her true feelings and released herself to embrace her authenticity, the more she evolved into a stronger, confident woman. Her first step was to say yes to herself. She learned that evolving into the person she wanted to be was a process that took time. There is no overnight strategy, no microwave approach. So she stopped focusing on changing and started to focus on evolving one step at a time. You see, we often believe that we have to stop being one thing and then immediately start being another. And that is why change is so hard. Evolution allows us to transition in a much smoother way toward the future that we want. Now, how did this conversation hit you? Did you have any moments during this conversation where you experienced a wow, this is happening to me moment? I'd love to hear about it. So let's create this dialogue. And if you have any questions about how you can begin your evolution process, book a clarity call to find out more or register for the Create Your Success Digital Blueprint course. And don't forget to share this video with a friend that may benefit from it.